remain standing, remain standing. Thank you very much. The protocol has been acknowledged. Mine to say thank you very much for attending. I made a commitment to Dr. Oliphant. I've got my speech. I said I'm not going to speak because protocol dictates if you have spoken, I can't speak. I had 2.5 hours on the 14th of March with Screamer, a day before his birthday. 2.5 hours talking. It was 10 in the evening. The wife was surprised why Stan is laughing. After his passing, the following day, I had a 2-hour meeting with Pop. I've expressed my feelings. I'm asking at this point in time, Dr. Ramathesele to read the obituary. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson, for the honor and the privilege to read the obituary as instructed. The African naming culture has bequeathed us with a heritage so beautiful and insightful that our names carry in them meaning, wishes, hopes, prayers, observations, including challenges faced at the time of the naming. When you have lived a life so eventful and public as Stanley Tshabalala, Mr. Tshabalala, which denotes your gender, is not the only title you end up with. At birth in 1949, the Tshabalala family named him Khotso. There was no greater peace sought at the time than that of freedom. The Tshabalalas Khotso lived to be the first head coach of Bafana Bafana, ushering in an isolated nation back into the united FIFA family. What a showcase he turned out to be, not only for the Mshengus, but for a whole nation, to the world. Khotso was born in Orlando East and raised in Pefeni, Orlando West in Soweto. He knew very early that football would be his life. It had all that he perceived as important for a successful and fulfilling life. A life that won recognition and respect from the community. At the time, the role models to black people in South Africa were the African Americans in the United States of America. Football would enable him to lessen the effects of the apartheid regime on his life. And through football, his talent would break the shackles of a system designed to hold him from achieving to the best of his abilities, punishing him because he is black. School sport is important because Brastan commented that he sleepwalked through the classroom part of school, waiting for the football part. He would say, in his signature humorous manner, his best school achievement was making him present for football. For a young person's interest in soccer, Khotso could ever ask for from a better place than Orlando. His neighborhood friends and playing mates were Kaizer Mdau, Shakes Mashaba, Mainline and Tiki Khoza. Patson Banda and Jomo Sono looked up to him growing up. But it was in Alexander Township, playing for Roger Sish's Real Fighters, the only pro team in Alexander at the time, that Khotso earned himself the name Screamer. He had been brought from Soweto to Alexander by Brasidni Mashinini, who recruited him to Real Fighters. His presence and passion to the field was not only seen from his play, it was heard and felt through his powerful voice. Brastan, singled out a left back from Ghana's football club in Alexander, Truck and Car Dlamini, as the most formidable defender he had ever faced in his playing career. The rising star of his childhood friend, Kaiser Mtaung, was all Screamer needed as proof of his chosen path to football was correct. Brastan talked about his admiration for Kaiser Mtaung and how he was inspired by him. In typical Brastan speak, he would say, "I admired the whole package, the cleanliness, the dress sense. Hey, monna yenu hona le skoon. Apara man." Screamer would later follow in his childhood friend's footsteps and play football in America. It would be difficult, most unbelievable, to connect the name Screamer to Brastan in later years. But his playing days are best described in the name Screamer. The public life that Brastan lived is such that his playing years were mainly captured through print and radio, whose content is increasingly Googleable. His coaching years are on YouTube, with more clips surfacing since his untimely passing. And this obituary would be unending if it attempted to cover the playing and coaching life. That is a songbook and tapestry best described by Brastan during his head coaching years, when he referred to his style of play as shoeshine and piano. Shoeshining is an art that involved polish, water, and hot solvents like methylated spirit, the application cloth, and ladies' pantyhose for the ultimate shine. And the shoeshining art was performed with jazz accompaniment. A number of jazz pianists, including Theodosius Monk, Duke Ellington, Dave Brubeck, and Herbie Hancock, playing on the vinyl LP. Another world where talent triumphed race restrictions. Let those in possession of the content continue sharing it widely, for in it lies far-reaching motivational power for the sage himself. The Screamer years of Brastan were accompanied by him starting and raising a family for which he was very protective. And it was in 1969 at Baragwanath Hospital nursing home that he found love. In those days, he would only say, "Wa trainer," and everyone would know she is training to be a nurse. On his first date, Brastan told Ospop, who came accompanied by two friends, "Wena udulamo, you sit here," pointing to the front passenger seat of the car, next to him, the driver. And Ospop was immediately attracted to Brastan's decisiveness. Ospop says, today still, that he was breathtakingly handsome and well-dressed. When he returned from the date, she and her friends never stopped laughing. Her friends told her, "Mgan, upopil," meaning, "Friend, you have a winning hand." My family loved Stanley. My grandmother, my mother, my sister. In their eyes, he could do nothing wrong. And I felt sorry for the hefty lobola my uncles demanded from him. He told me instead, on the scale of 1 to 10, "You are 10 plus." Brastan's humor matched his truthfulness and nicknaming prowess. He was very disarming in that he upfront admitted when he was wrong or had wronged me. He made it difficult to pick a fight with him without seeming mad. Yet he was maddening at times. My son Tukullo took after him in that respect. Ospop remembered mornings until the fateful day as a time of laughter. Brassen would stop the laughing session he had fueled by accusing her of being a gossip. Ufukela ugwara abantu, he would ask. I miss our morning laugh, she repeated several times. Brassen was a prolific in his nicknaming abilities. Ospop's lifelong friend from Baragwanath Nursing College, one of the two that were accompaniments on the first date, Ututu. Brassen nicknamed her Mbehlehle because of her chubby disposition. The friends returned the favor by calling Brassen Mbehlehle as well. The other friend in the triangle of Brassen's first date, Umartha, concluded her condolence message to Ospop after Brassen's passing, saying, let umntana kaMastinani go. Mastinani is Brassen's mother, that he adored. He referred to himself as a child of Mastinani, as his mantra for strength and love. Ke ngwana Mastinani nna, he would quip. Umntwana kaMastinani is indeed gone. He is survived by Ospop, his children, and grandchildren. His last name, used by the loved ones that surrounded Brassen in hospital until his passing, was Khulu, Grandpa. Robala ka kgotso ya Modimo, ngwana wa Mastinane. You have made a beautiful name for yourself, for your family, and for the nation. From the screamer that commanded attention to get the ball to win, the shoeshine and piano man, the pathfinder who practiced township possession football to win sustainably before Barcelona, Madrid, and Spain popularized it as a style of play now taught in academies around the world. To Brassen, the nurturer that grew players from promising to stars. May the mighty Lord God defend you. May your soul repose peacefully. You'll be sorely missed. Lala ngwaxolo, mshengu, Tongala mafuso, Stabasiltul. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to convey our appreciation, Premier, convey our thanks to the President for recognizing this legend with a special provincial funeral. I want to thank you, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, to make time off in your busy schedule to be part of us. Dr. Jordan, thank you for delegating our life president to capture the history of this legend. Thank you for everybody that has come. Lastly, I want to convey apology to Dr. Mdaung. He phoned me some time ago that he won't be available for the next 5 weeks. So don't be surprised when he's not here. He phoned me even yesterday. We discussed what is not to be shared. Very interesting, exciting, historical episode. Once more, thank you for everything. You are a tonic. May God bless you.